So if we look at the calendar on April 21st, this Friday, we're getting our first roster update with upgrades and downgrades of player attributes. If you guys watched my How to Make Stubs video, this is one of the, if not the best ways to make stubs in MLB The Show. So today, I'm going to be giving you my favorite roster update investments for the April 21st roster update. A few things before I get into it. Number one, if I tell you to invest in someone and he doesn't go up, I mean, look, you don't come at me crying. Like, these are just recommendations; they're not guarantees. Number two, in these videos, I'm going to be talking about players in two different categories. I'm going to start with the obvious ones / too expensive, which is what I have on my notes right here. These are guys who are obviously going to get upgrades, and their prices are inflated. So I wouldn't necessarily invest in them right now, but once their price goes down, I would. And then the second category are the good investments, cards that I would invest in and I am investing in that have a good price and a really good chance to go up. So those are going to be the two categories. The first player in the obvious / too expensive category is going to be Matt Chapman. Now, Matt Chapman has been arguably the best hitter in baseball so far this season, which is very shocking to me. He's obviously been a great hitter, but he hasn't been an elite hitter in his career. He's been known for his amazing defense. But this year, so far, he's hitting .415, 5 homers, 1257 OPS, leads the league in OPS, which means he has a really good power stroke this year, and 75 power versus right, 85 versus left. It's definitely going to go up. I would see Matt Chapman going up to like an 83. I don't think he's going to go to Diamond. There's no shot he goes to Diamond, in my opinion. But I think he'll go up to an 83, but I mean, he's way too expensive. He's currently, if you put in orders at the price of an 84, then he's a 79. So, I mean, yeah, Matt Chapman, too expensive right now, but surely going to get an upgrade. Luis Ariz is another guy who has been on a tear so far this season. He just got supercharged. He has really low contact versus left, and the power is really low. If we look at his price, he's way too expensive to be a 76 overall. That quick sell value is like an 82. So, I mean, Luis Ariz, I would say, is going to go up to an 80 overall. He's hitting .438. He only has one homer, but he's hitting .1071 for OPS, so he does have a power stroke this year. And he did hit for the cycle. He's leading the league in average, so the contact versus both sides should go up. Adley Rutschman is a guy that everyone thinks is going to go Diamond this year. He is a generational talent, and he's only a gold because he's been in the league for half of a season or 2/3 of a season, however long he was last year. But he's a special talent, man. He is probably going to be one of, if not the best catchers in baseball by the end of the season. You can argue that he already is. One good thing about this card is he has a ton of room for improvement with the hitting attributes. His highest is a 79. I think all across the board he could go up, maybe except power versus lefties. He's hitting .323 with 4 homers and a .995 OPS. So overall as a hitter, he's much better. But the spot that's going to help him a lot are his stats versus lefties, which he's hitting for a high average. So I think that contact versus left is going to go up a lot, included with the contact right and power versus right. He's over the quick sell for an 85. I wouldn't invest in him. If he goes up to an 84, I would invest in him because his price is going to dip. But Adley Rutschman is certainly a Diamond candidate. Nolan Gorman is another young talent. He is on the St. Louis Cardinals. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's either a rookie or he was a rookie last year. He's been off to an amazing start. He has been hitting .316, 5 homers, 1052 OPS, which is in the top 20 in the league. And he's a 69 overall, so he's got a nice overall, but all of his hitting stats could be improved. But he's too expensive to invest in. He's got the quick sell of a gold card right now. So be on the lookout to invest in him if his price goes down, which it will when he goes up. But just keep him on your radar for sure. Now, Jared Kelenic is currently supercharged, so he's going to be around 1,000 stubs. But when his supercharge goes away and he's going to get an attribute upgrade, you should start investing in him. Because, I mean, look at those hitting stats. 27, 22 for contact. And he's hitting .315 so far this year. He might honestly go up to like a 74 or 73 overall. This guy, if he wasn't supercharged, he would probably still be inflated, But like, this guy is doing so well so far this year. You love to see it. Top prospect. He was in the Edwin Diaz trade, so good for you guys. Good for you, Mariners fans. But once his price drops, I would invest in this card. The last player that I'm going to mention from the too expensive category is Pablo Lopez. Now, Pablo Lopez was acquired for Luis Ariz, so both of these guys have been starting off really well, so it's been a win-win trade. But he has been a really good starting pitcher for about 3 years now, including this year. So he has the track record, and he has a 1.73 ERA with 33 strikeouts, which is a lot, so the K per 9 could go up, and a .81 whip, so he's not walking too many guys either, so the walks per 9 could go up. But he's too expensive right now. He's around a quick sell of an 81. Once he goes up, I'm probably going to start investing in him, but I won't invest in him right now. One more thing before we start going to the good investments category is, with these too expensive cards, my advice is do not invest in them now. Once they go up, one thing that normally happens when guys are super inflated for roster updates, after they go up, the price decreases. So it's dumb to invest now. What I'm going to do with all these guys is I'm not going to buy any of them now. But on Friday, right after the roster update happens, when their prices dip and they're at an all-time low, that's when I'm going to go in and invest. That's the best time to invest in these guys. The first guy on the good investments list is one of my favorite players in the MLB as a Yankees fan, Nestor Cortes Jr., breakout starting pitcher last year, almost got to a diamond. They start him off at an 80 overall, which is fair because he was a journeyman before this stint with the Yankees. But he's been incredible for the Yankees so far this season. Last year, he was an ace, picking up right where he left off. 2.6 ERA, 15 strikeouts, 1.04 whip. And I actually watch the Yankees games I don't really watch any other teams really until the playoffs start. But I've watched every single Yankees game, and he's made 4 starts, and he's been good in every single one of them. Literally, like, he has been very good, and he's a quick sell. He's basically quick sell value. This is a longer term investment. He's not going diamond this update. He might not go diamond next update. But if you buy this guy at 400 stubs, and you get a large quantity of him, and he goes diamond, which is a quick sell of 3,000, you're going to be getting an insane ROI, which is return on investment. You're going to have an insane profit margin. You're going to be making $2,600 per Nestor Cortes you buy. That's profit, not like just from, that's not revenue. That's profit, like the amount of money you actually make. This is a really good investment. It's going to take a little bit, but this is a really good value right now. Now, Luis Castillo is a little on the expensive side right now at around 2,000, but if you hold these cards after he goes diamond, if he goes diamond, he could go up even higher because he had an amazing season last year. He's had the track record. He was a diamond last year. He's just been really good. He's been an elite pitcher so far this year. 0.73 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 61.61 whip. So, like, hits per 9, Ks per 9, walks per 9 could all go up. Luis Castillo, if he doesn't go to a diamond, I'm 100% investing in this card. He's got the quick sell of an 84, 500 subs over the quick sell. So, like I said, he's a little more on the expensive side, but you're still going to be making some profit if he goes diamond. Now, this is my investment of the update. Framber Valdez, as much as I hate the Astros as a Yankees fan, and as much as he has pitched really well against the Yankees, he has, like, how is Framber Valdez at quick sell value is my question. Or is it 700 or 600? But anyway, how is he this cheap? He had an amazing season last year. He was a Cy Young contender. This season starts at an 81. He's 4 away from a diamond. Has plenty of room for improvement. Starts the year 1.8 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 1.16 whip. The strikeouts per 9 is 64. This is my favorite investment this week. Obviously not going diamond this update, but 100% could next update. And if you invest in him, $2,300 per card you buy. Here's another one that is sort of on the more expensive side. He's around $2,400, but I could see him going above an 85. I think he's going to go diamond. Julio Urias had one of his, not one of, the best season from him last season, and he's picked up right where he left off. He was a diamond last year, starts at an 83. He's a 1.9 ERA, 26 strikeouts, 101 whip. he's a little more expensive. But if he doesn't go diamond, I'll surely buy the dip. And if he does go diamond, he could go up even higher. David Robertson has stepped in as the closing pitcher for the Mets ever since Edwin Diaz suffered that horrific injury in the World Baseball Classic, and he has been amazing. Hasn't given up an earned run, 4 saves so far. He has 9 strikeouts and a .48 whip. So the strikeouts per 9 isn't really going to increase, but the walks per 9 should increase, and the hits per 9 should increase. So this is a guy who, look, he's not going to be able to go diamond just based off of the attributes that he has right now. He doesn't have the capability to, because he already has high stats for certain stats. But David Robertson is definitely a gold caliber closing pitcher, and he's around quick sell value for a silver. I would assume he's around there. The second closer of the day is David Bednar. He's more expensive than Robertson. He's around quick sell for an 80 overall, but he had his breakout year last year, and he's picked up right where he left off. He has 1.13 ERA, 10 saves so far. So a lot more saves than David Robertson. So the clutch, if they're upgrading clutch this year, should go up. He has exactly one whip. So yeah, or actually no, I'm reading my notes wrong. He doesn't have 10 saves. He has 10 strikeouts, but he has 5 saves. So apologies for that. But anyway, he's probably going to go gold in this update. And after he does, he's definitely going to be worth investing in. One of the acquisitions for the Red Sox in the offseason was Kenley Jansen. He's been a great closer so far this year. Now, Kenley Jansen has been shaky in previous years, but so far this year he started off pretty well. 0 ERA, 4 saves, 9 strikeouts, and a 1 whip on the dot. He's around an 81 quick sell right now, and he's an 80 overall. And he certainly has the track record. He's been one of the greatest closers of all time. He's certainly past his prime, but he's definitely a good candidate to go up. And if he keeps pitching like this, he could go diamond. Now, Jorge Mateo, I was thinking of putting in the too expensive to invest in, but he really isn't. I mean, he's around 400 stubs, which is like the quick sell of an 80 or an 80, 81. I think it's an 80. He's a 76. But when you look at those hitting stats, he has so much room for improvement. And the way he's hitting this season, he's hitting 370 with 3 homers and a 1.078 OPS. So don't let the homers deceive you. He's hitting for power, which he doesn't have, and he's hitting for contact, which he doesn't have. You could legitimately give him plus 10 for all 4 of those stats. You could. Like, if he keeps this up, he can go to like 82, 83, I would say. But yeah, I wouldn't invest in him right now. I would invest in him for the next update because he has to get that big boost to meet the price, just to break even with the price. But for the next update, I'm definitely going to invest in him. The last player in this video is going to be Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray has had an amazing start to the season with a .82 ERA, with 26 strikeouts and a 1.18 whip, so the Ks per 9 should 100% go up, same with the walks per 9. He is a little more expensive. I was also considering moving him up to more expensive, but he definitely has a track record. He was a diamond when he was on the Reds, I think in 2020. I think he's going to go gold, if not 79 overall. He's kind of in the same boat as Marcus Stroman. They're kind of around the same. I think they're both 76 overall, same price. Both have been really good pitchers in the past. I think he's going to be around an 80 overall, which is where his price is at, and then I'm going to invest. So that is my advice for this roster update. I'm going to spend some of the stubs that I just got from completing the BR program in my investments. One last thing too is with the first roster update, it is much harder to gain profit right away because everyone is so inflated in price. Everything is much more expensive in the first roster update than it is in any other roster update. So if you don't have enough stubs to invest in players, don't worry. If your investments don't work out profit-wise, don't worry, because this is the worst one to invest in. This is why I like to do long-term investments for this video. But anyway, those of you guys who are new here, I'm Nick from Big Eds Gaming. Make sure you guys follow me on all my socials, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram if you want to. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed here on YouTube. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.